How do I stop overthinking everything? A follower asked me this, and I think it applies to almost every one of us. If you think you're not involved, just close your eyes for a couple of minutes and try not to think about anything and see how that is going for you. Overthinking isn't thinking deeply. It's quite the opposite, actually. It's mental paralysis where the ego is just looping and manipulating thoughts over and over in order to feed some ego-based narrative that the ego is clinging on to. Let's be honest, that's not productive in any way most of the times. Much rather it's dumb and exhausting and often leads to a completely wrong course of action. One thing that you can do is give yourself a deadline. The mind and overthinking thrives on unlimited time. What are the concrete things you need to do to get to the decision and then act on it? Set a deadline for it that's realistic. While we're already talking about acting, this is the counterpart to analysis paralysis, or what many people call their perfectionism, because ultimately it leads to inaction. And how perfect is that? It's super important to, if you have a problem with inaction, basically, to have a bias for action, so to speak. I try to push myself to take action if I'm not sure. Should I not? I much rather should. And what's a real game changer, and I cannot recommend this highly enough, every time you get lost in thought and you notice that, you bring yourself back to the present moment, out of the stream of thought. This is incredibly frustrating because you have to do it so often each day, but the amount of times that you do it per day decreases over time. Clarity, the presence, and all the results that come from that in terms of intellect, happiness, connection, empathy, blah, 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 is so rewarding. The problem is you need to kind of stay at it. I had made good progress with that after a couple of weeks of doing that, and it's not something that you can just do while meditating and then for the rest of the day you don't care about it. You need to do it in everyday life. My problem was that I eventually had a rough time that was enough to basically get me super depressed and lost in thought and my egos, and yeah, I lost it. And now I'm trying to get it back. And I invite you to do the same.